Cleaning up Washington, D.C. right now. If you end the homelessness and crime, everyone will know I could have easily done that in California. How am I supposed to run for president in 2028 if everyone knows I never do anything?
Gavin, I had to clean up D.C. It's like a third world country here.
How dare you, Donald? What you're doing is somehow homophobic and fascist.
Instead of wasting my time, why don't you fix those problems in California?
You know damn well if I did that, I'd have nothing to campaign on every 4 years.
Okay, then why don't you at least rebuild the Palisades then? It's been 8 months since the LA fires burned it down.
I would if I had the money.
Well, what happened to the money we gave you?
It's in my pocket right now and I don't have time to get it out.
Gavin, take the money we sent you out of your pocket and use it to rebuild the Palisades.
You know what? You're being unreasonable. Screw you!
Is everything alright, Gavin?
No! The president's making me look bad. I'm so upset right now I don't feel like fixing California for at least another 4 years.
I know what you mean, Gavin. I've been mayor of Los Angeles for 3 years and still don't feel like doing anything.
Oh my god! I think my fancy wine glasses were delivered. They were a bit expensive, but money hasn't been an issue since I got those fire recovery funds. What the hell is this? Oh, he's done it now. Are you seriously gonna run for a third term?
I think so, Gavin. Who knows, I may even run for a fourth term.
That's it, I'm running against you in 2028. I'm gonna pretend there's nothing wrong with California harder than I've ever pretended before.
Put my shit back on this fucking porch. Yeah. I saw you when you got out the motherfucking car. You tried it. Put my shit back on this motherfucking porch. You done lost your motherfucking mind. You done come up on my shit and took my shit. You got it. You lucky. You got it. You lucky. You got it. Motherfucker. You see this motherfucker just tried to take the package off the porch? Yeah. Right in front of me like the motherfucker window ain't open. Like I'm not sitting there watching your stupid ass.
So yesterday my family and I went to Costco and we bought fresh wild sockeye salmon fillets. Okay, we just bought 1 pack of them. And when you get it out of the refrigerated section, obviously it's very, very cold. So as salmon sits out for a little bit, it obviously warms up a little bit. So our drive was a little over an hour home. So by the time we got home, it wasn't super, super cold anymore. Guess what starts popping out of the salmon when we got home? I really wish I was lying. If you are squeamish, if you have a sensitive tummy in any way, that was your warning. Here's the fresh salmon, fresh wild sockeye salmon. Sell by date is August 14th, and we bought this yesterday. So today is, I think, the 12th. I don't even know. Anyway, so I let this sit out all night because by the time I saw the first couple little parasites sticking out, I was like, obviously not going to eat it. So I left it sitting out all night so that I could see how many more popped up. Are you ready? Focus. There's one. Look at it's moving. There's 2 more. This area right here has so many I can't even count them. It just keeps going. And they're all in like this groove right here. There's one right there. One right there. All in this little groove. And there's a big one. Oh, he moved. Well, there was, oh, it's right there. See it? See it moving? Look. Oh my god, that is so nasty. There are so, oh my god. Anyways, there are so many. This one up here had a few, but not many. So I'm gonna actually go throw this away now because it's starting to, you're starting to be able to like smell it out. Sick. So nasty. Ugh. So anyways, there you go. So So yeah, that got me feeling some type of way. But to make it a little tiny bit worse, the night before we bought this, we went to my mom's house for dinner. It was a very nice visit and we had salmon for dinner. So needless to say, everybody has started a parasite cleanse. Me, my husband, my kids, my mom. She started it right then and there. As soon as I showed her this, she went and grabbed her Paragard and she started her cleanse. So we are all on a 30-day parasite cleanse because, oh my gosh, there's so many more.
This is how the interstate highways in the United States are numbered. First, the main highways that run east to west and north to south must have a 2-digit number and be divisible by 5. Highways running east to west are even numbers that end in 0, starting from I-10 to I-90, indicating that they are horizontal highways. Highways running north to south are odd numbers and must end in 5 to indicate verticality. Therefore, you have from I-5 to I-95. Although I-5 is not a 2-digit number, we can always put an imaginary 0 in front of it. The lower the number, the farther south and west you are. The higher the number, the farther east and north you are. If it ends in 0, you are traveling horizontally. And if it ends in 5, you are traveling vertically. As for secondary highways, they use 3 digits like I-295 or I-495. Secondary highways branch off from the main ones and have the last 2 digits that match the main highway they come from. If the first digit is even, it means it will eventually reconnect to the main highway. And secondary highways that start with an odd number indicate that they will not reconnect to their main highway.
2 people just ran into a Chick-fil-A in Boston, and they were being chased by a man with a knife who was trying to stab them. An off-duty police officer shot the man who was trying to stab the 2 people. They brought him to the hospital, and he was pronounced dead. The mayor of Boston just got on TV and apologized to the family of the attacker and gave her condolences. Straight up came out on TV and was like, I am so sorry that the officer shot your son who was trying to stab people. What the fuck? Fuck that dude. And that's liberalism right there. That's a liberal fucking mayor apologizing to the family of the person who got shot because he was trying to fucking stab people. Don't fucking apologize for that shit. If you are chasing people with a knife through Boston, trying to fucking unalive people, and you get shot, you deserve every fucking bullet. Fucking lunacy.
We don't need to go down that road. We're going to save that for argument.
You once said that you would not engage with a personal relationship with anyone that worked for Fulton County. Is that correct?
An employee?
Anyone that worked for Fulton County.
I think I said an employee.
Okay. So that's the qualification you give an employee? You wouldn't.
I think that's the statement that I made. So if you want to quote me accurately.
So it's your position because Mr. Wade was not an employee? Or it's your position he wasn't an employee, correct?
Mr. Wade is not an employee, and he will tell you that over and over again.
Just one moment, Judge. I'm sorry, the statement, just so I make sure I accurately quote you. What you said was you won't sleep with people who work under you. Do you not consider Mr. Wade working under you?
I consider Mr. Wade to be an agent.
An agent?
Yeah.
All right.
An appointee is what I really think of him as.
Your point, whatever merit it has, Ms. Merchant, is on the record. Next question. All right. Do we need any moments in a minute? Mr. Sadow.
Yeah, I'm ready to go, Your Honor.
All right.
I'm going to try to ask you questions that you can actually answer without having to explain, okay?
Yes, sir. My comprehension skills are pretty good, so we should do all right.
We shall soon see. If I heard you correctly, you moved into what I will refer to as the Yurti condo in either March or April of 2021. Is that correct?
Sometime between late February and April. Yes, I don't. Just so we're clear, yes. But in that time period, you're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark.
Okay. And is that Yurti condo, would you say that it is in Hapeville?
It is in Hapeville, yes, sir.
And you moved in there for safety reasons?
My father Yes, I moved in there. We were concerned. My father was terribly concerned about me continuing to live at the house, and so they were clear. People came to my house at 5 o'clock in the morning about the police brutality cases, saying I was going to have a wake-up call. There were security threats due to gang cases, and there were concerns due to that was at the very beginning of this, looking into that. And so for all of those reasons and what was happening, my father wanted me out the house, and begrudgingly I left.
Okay, so the answer to the question was a yes for safety reasons, correct?
Those were all of the things that caused the safety concerns. I'm sorry.
I'm not questioning whether they are or are not safety concerns. I just asked that you moved into this condo, the RT condo, for safety reasons, right?
Yes.
Okay. At the time that you moved into the condo, be it from February to April of 2021,
yes,
was your father still living in your house?
Right, because my father...
That's all I ask you.
But I get to explain the answer, sir.
I don't know if there's an explanation. If I ask you, was your father still living at your house, the answer is either he was or he wasn't.
Yes, but you are going to get to argue at the end of this, as we both know.
I'm not going to argue anything. I'm going to ask...
be able to explain why.
I'm going to...
So, yes, because my father is an older gentleman, he was worried about COVID, and he stayed.
Ms. Wilson, I'm going to have to say that's the second time. Whenever we have to put a pause, stop testifying, okay? You'll have a chance to explain yourself. The question was whether your father was not staying there at the time, and you're clarifying that in your answer as well. You can have a brief clarification, but it shouldn't be something that reaches well beyond the question. All right, Mr. Sadar, we can re-ask the question. We'll see where it takes us.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Was your father still living in your house at the time you moved to what I would refer to as the Yurty condo?
Yes, sir, he was, due to his concerns related to COVID.
Okay. The safety concern was that there was potential danger at your house. Is that correct?
Yes, my address had been exposed, so yes, there was concerns about potential danger at my house.
Okay, so anyone staying at your house in the time period after you went to the Yurty condo was still in danger, correct?
Yeah, well, no, he did.
I think you have to... it's your attorney, Ms. Willis. Sorry, Mr. Bott, your objection is speculation.
Yes.
To the question of
speculation.
Whether someone was still in danger at her condo.
Just let her answer the question.
Or Mr. Sadon wants to rephrase.
No,
I'm not sure.
I was able to understand it.
I've got the objection, and then I have...
I'll withdraw the objection. You can move forward.
Okay.
So, and I don't remember the question, so I can answer it.
Well, you can now that the objection's been withdrawn. Can you try to answer that question?
Yes.
Was there still a safety concern for people staying at the house?
Yes, I was very concerned about my father still living at the house. However, if you have dealt with an older gentleman, he was not leaving the house, despite my urging him that I thought he should leave as well. He did not want to leave the house because he was particularly worried at his age about COVID. But that became, I don't want to say, I was not happy with that decision of my father's, but I can't ultimately make him leave, and he stayed there too long, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you. During that period that you left to go to the Yurty condo, did any of your children stay at your house?
So I don't think that they were there at that point. Certainly my baby wasn't there.
I'm talking about this entire period. We're talking about, if I remember correctly, and you'll correct me, I'm sure, you said that you stayed there at what I would call the Yurty condo until January of 2022, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm asking you in that period, which would be February to April of 2021 until January of 22, did any of your children stay at your house?
And you don't have to yell at me. I'm able to understand. So I would ask you to not yell at me. That being said, I don't actually expressly remember, but I can tell you since I have left my home, there have been times my oldest daughter came in. But I can't tell you with certainty the time window that you said, if they did or not. And so I don't want to speculate to that. But there was some time that my oldest daughter came back. Whether it was that period or after I left the Yurty residence, I'm not sure, okay?
Okay, so if I continue to go into more detail on this, you're not going to be able to give me an answer of whether or not, in fact, any of your children were still at the house or stayed at your house during that time period, correct?
What I can give you clarity of, so that we are clear, is from the time I moved out in February-ish of 2021, after I left there was a time period that my oldest daughter came back. But if you're asking me, was it in that window or after, I just don't have a recollection of that, because, you know, your kids come and they go. And so I don't remember the specific time period, and I apologize for that.
Did your children ever stay with you at the Yurti condo?
Like maybe a night.
Okay.
Like for a girls' night or something, but live with, no.
Okay. Did anyone else stay with you at the Yurti condo, including Miss Yurti?
Never. Miss Yurti never lived in the condo. She met her husband, and they moved. They weren't quite married, but they moved. Nobody ever lived with me in the condo. That was
my word was stayed, not lived. Stayed with you at the condo.
I guess I don't understand the distinction, but no one ever. I think my oldest child, I think she spent one night with me. Maybe my oldest and my youngest. But I think that whole time I was in that place, other than that one night, I don't think anyone ever, this was a very lonely period in my time. Like, I don't think anyone ever spent the night other than maybe one night. I remember a picture of my baby sitting on the couch in that place, and I'm thinking she spent that night. But just a very lonely time in life.
Okay. We'll stay with the lonely theme just for a minute. Did Nathan Wade visit you at the Yurti condo from the time you moved in until he was hired on November the 1st of 2021?
So I moved out of that condo, but during that time period, I'm sure he came to visit. He came to visit. I can remember us going, I think the restaurant's Lickety Split. I can remember him picking me up, going to Lickety Split and ordering some food and coming and sitting at my table and eating. So I remember times that he visited me at that condo, yeah.
Okay, could you give us an approximation of how many times Mr. Wade visited you at the condo between the time you moved in and prior to November 1 of 2020?
I don't think often, but I don't want to speculate.
Can we say more than 5, more than 10,